Recruiter here to review your resume. The resume we have up first is a software engineer with a garbage resume. And my job is to tell you why it's garbage, why it's not working, and how to fix it so that you can get ahead of your job search. So I know this resume is garbage because they told me their ratio. The ratio is, well, how you can tell if your resume is good or garbage. If your resume is getting 1 interview per 50 applications, it's a good resume. If your resume is getting more than 1 to 50, which again is how many applications it takes to get an interview, it's garbage. And this person, well, they have a 150 application plus ratio. So this means it takes them over 150 applications to get a single interview, which is garbage. So when people use my methods, they get a 1 interview per 7 application rate. And in fact, I already know the problem with this resume before I even review it. And that is, they said they are looking for a software engineer. The market is garbage, but that's not where I'm going here. We're in a recession. It's incredibly hard to get a software engineer job. I can still get you a 1 in 7. Let me explain. So software engineer jobs are broken up into 6 stacks. Are there more stacks than this? Yes. Will you find actual jobs hiring for this? Probably not. So those 6 stacks are, you need your resume to be tailored to one of those. And if it's not tailored to one of those stacks that you need to pick, you are going to get rejected. So they are full stack, Java backend, Python backend, C#.NET backend, front end, and AI engineer. Those are the 6 that you need. You are not trying to go for that. You are going to be in for a bad time. And yes, I am aware language agnostic roles exist. You are not going to find one. I am going to tell you right now, you are not going to get it. So since I do not know which of these this is, I am going to pick the most common one, which is full stack, and then I'm going to judge it as if it was a full stack software engineer. Is it a full stack software engineer? Well, who knows, but they didn't tell me, and that's already why they failed. So with extra ado, what we need for a full stack software engineer, I should probably retitle this full stack, is degree, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, RESTful API, or REST APIs. SQL, any, Cloud, any, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Then a backend, then React or React Native, then TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS. Look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me, look at me. I don't care if you think that everybody has it. I don't care if you think the technical team doesn't need it. The technical team needs it. The hiring manager wants it. There is a reason the hiring manager tells us recruiters to search for this. It's because they want it. And if you are a full stack software engineer and you do not have TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in the first bullet point, I am going to tell you are probably going to get rejected by almost every single job you apply to. It doesn't matter that everybody has it. In fact, if everybody has it, you need it on your resume 3 times. That is one of the most important rules of resume creation, is if it is implied that you know it, you do not know it. You have to show you know. So then we need Git or GitHub, CI/CD, Agile, DevOps, and then extra credit for the rest of this. So 20 seconds is on the clock. That is the only amount of time that recruiters have to actually look at your resume. If we cannot find it in 20 seconds, we will yeet and delete your resume. That is... Actually, people think that part is rage bait. That's not. We really have that. I've been recruiting since about 2015, and that has not changed. We only have about 6 to 12 seconds to look at your resume. I have 20 because I cannot explain why it's wrong in the same amount of time, but if this was real, this would be 6 to 7 seconds. But I'd be able to go through a little bit. So, 20 seconds on the clock. Let's see what I can find. And go. Okay, Node good. Okay, hot dog. JavaScript is good. Not a good enough explanation. Java, okay. Hot dogs, no numbers, and hot dogs. Time. All right, so I mentioned hot dogs a lot. Let me explain what that is in a second. So first things first, we are not keyword hunting. There is a misconception that recruiters are keyword hunting. What is a keyword? A keyword is what the hiring team needs. Okay? I'm going to show you why none of this matters down here. So the keyword is what the hiring team needs. This is what it is, right? This is a keyword. A qualification, though, is what we're hunting for. And a qualification is a keyword plus how you use that keyword plus the non-technical business reason you use, or the non-technical business why you use that reason. So basically, why did you do it for a business reason? And the fourth is where. So if it is not what, how, why, where, it does not count, which is why, yes, everything I was looking for is down here in this skills section. Yeah, actually everything except Git and CI/CD is here, but sadly, we can't use it. Might as well not exist. This does not count because it does not tell me how you used it. It does not tell me why you used it, and it doesn't tell me where you used it. So it doesn't count. This formatting is also bad. You want to use a different formatting. What you want to use is this. This is how you do it. It is in the link below. This is the best formatting that will get you a 1 in 7 application ratio. Well, it's 30% of your grade is formatting. Your bullet points still need to be good. If you submit a resume that has awful formatting, but really good bullet points, I would always prefer that over really good formatting and terrible bullet. So, I then mentioned a hot dog. A hot dog in hiring is, there's two metaphors I like to use for this, so I'm going to use this one first, is I want you to imagine that you're hungry and you go to a hamburger place and you're like, I'm going to go to Headless Headhunter's Hamburger Hut. So you go there and you say, I would like a single Headless Headhunter hamburger. So they say, all right, one Triple H Headless Headhunter hamburger coming up. You say, yep, that's all I want. They say, all right. So they go back to the kitchen and they say, here is your Headless Headhunter hamburger. And they hand you a plate of hot dogs. And you would be like, wait, I wanted a hamburger. These are hot dogs. And they say, well, A, these are the best hot dogs you're ever going to have in your life. Trust me on this, bro. B, a hot dog has meat like a hamburger, and a hot dog has buns like a hamburger. So when you actually wanted a hamburger, what you really meant were these hot dogs. And again, these are really amazing hot dogs. They won Michelin stars, right? These are the best hot dogs ever. You would say, I don't care. You gaslit me. I wanted a hamburger, not a hot dog, and I would leave. And that is the exact same thing here. Is built a reporting platform with Excel, hot dog. PeopleSoft OS SSO, hot dog. This doesn't tell me what it is. Google Workspace SSO, Microsoft Entra ID, hot dog. Let's see. And ETL, hot dog. Kafka, hot dog. You know what? Kafka might actually be there. I'm not going to. Kafka would be extra credit. Especially if this person has a Java stack in the backend. PostgreSQL, what I want, hot dog, the rest of it. So that is why those don't count. You need to have this and only this. Now, I X'd out this, and the reason that is this doesn't really tell me what you did. You built a enrollment reporting platform that parsed Excel files, standard finding enrollment, and start. You know what? I'm gonna take that back. That one actually does tell me what you did. The problem is it's still filled with hot dogs, right? Like that's my problem here. Is this is filled with. So built a node is good, but the rest of this is a hot dog. This is a good bit business why though. I do actually like this as the reason you built it. But then here you have JavaScript, and that's the only thing you have, and then you fill it with hot dogs. So when you make your resume, it needs to be razor focused. It needs to have these. Anything else does not matter. It doesn't. In fact, I want to go down here. Optimize PostgreSQL queries, indexing, reducing average API latency. That means nothing, right? I want nothing there but PostgreSQL. And you also do not want to put numbers in your resume. Besides your dates of employment and phone number, please put those. But besides those, unless you're in sales or management, you don't want number. Because what does this mean, reduced latency by 70%? It means nothing. A, it's a hot dog. B, it means nothing. You're not going to impress me. Here, built a Next.js platform serving 1,000 concurrent users. I don't want to see 1,000 concurrent users. I want to see the number of users on the infrastructure you built per week, per day. 1,000 concurrent users could be a lot of different stuff. Because this doesn't mean they're using the infrastructure. This just means you have 1,000 users. You're trying to impress me, and you will always fail to impress me. You will never impress the person reading your resume. And then Tailwind is a hot dog. But Lee, Tailwind means CSS. What did I say earlier? If you do not state exactly what you did, it does not count. Do I know that Tailwind is CSS? Kind of. I've gotten conflicting reports from a bunch of other engineers. But if Java is different than JavaScript, then Tailwind CSS could be different than CSS, could be different than Tailwind. You need to be specific. Same thing as while I'm looking for AWS, I'm not looking for AWS SES. This does not count. This one is a good Y. You actually have good Ys. You just don't have what I'm actually looking for. So I want you to remake this, and I want you to remember every bullet point needs a minimum of 3 keywords, a maximum of 6. You need to explain why you did it like you did here, which was good. And all these numbers, this number, that number down here, 5 different teams, none of those numbers matter. I need you to stop trying to impress me and just write what you did. And if you do all of that, you will get a 1 in 7 application rate. What I have gotten people. Gotten people is 67% increase in salary, right? Like, I get it. This looks insane. All of this is going counter to all the other advice you get. Well, everybody is struggling to get an interview. So maybe you shouldn't do the common advice if common advice is not working because it's bad advice. So yeah, you should follow this method to actually like get a job. Because I want you to. I don't take joy in roasting resumes. Like I don't really enjoy it. I don't. I hate it. I just know that I'd rather people have the harsh vegetables of truth than the sweet candy of lies. And that's what this advice is for. And this person just shows that they're not qualified for their resume. And because they showed that they're not qualified, they're not getting a job, which means they cannot start their career. So yeah, I don't like it. I don't like the fact that this person has a garbage resume. But they do, by every conceivable metric. So before we go to the next resume, I just want to say thank you all for watching. And to my members, I want to give you a special thanks. Thank you for supporting this channel. I could not keep this channel alive without your support. So thank you very much. And if anybody wants to be a member, they can join in the link below. You get access to my videos early and access to the past live streams I have. So thank you very much for your support, and I will see you in the next resume, which will be right now. Don't leave. I don't know why I said that. Next resume is coming right up. Oh, right. Also, my brain is fried. I'm sorry. If you want to get your resume reviewed, this is the worst outro I've ever done. If you want to get your resume reviewed, you can hop by my live stream or either on YouTube or Twitch at twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. And you can join the chat and type !raffle. If you type that, you will be entered into a free raffle where you can get your resume reviewed. That is how I pick whose resume to review. So with that all said, let's go to the next resume. This is a resume of a front-end developer. This is a bit of a special case. Their problem is not just the resume. It's that they're trying to get jobs in places they are not legally authorized to work in. So I am, for this resume, going to review it as if they were legally authorized to work in the location to which they would be applying. But there is a bit of a misconception that if a job is remote, you can work it anywhere. No, you need to be in the country of origin and you need a work authorization. So this person is trying to work everywhere, but does not have the visa. So the resume doesn't matter at that point, but I can at least fix up their resume so that when they get the visa stuff, or alternatively, they apply in places they are legally authorized to, they can at least, well, get a job from them. So just imagine this was US, right? Imagine this was a US, or it was, let's say, like an H-1B or OPT. Also, they did make a note about their education is incorrect. Which, oof, okay, so, gosh, man, I'm actually kind of concerned if I can even review this. Their education is not a CS degree, it's an associate's. They don't have enough. You're not going to get a job as that. The day of self-taught devs is over. Unless you are already working for about 4 to 5 years, a self-taught dev is probably not going to work, which looks like they have, so there may be it, but there's no way that somebody is going to take a chance on a self-taught dev outside of the country. That's just not going to happen. So let's at least review it to see if the resume itself works, so that when they fix those issues or apply where they can at least get one. So for a front end dev, I need degree, portfolio, React, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, UI, UX, Angular, Next, or Node.js, REST APIs, API, or AI, own the process from 0 to 1, communicated clearly with designers and product managers about what's feasible and what isn't, and extra credit for SDKs, Vue, Scrum, Agile, and backend. So 20 seconds is on the clock. All right, 20 seconds on the clock. And go. All right, good. Own the front-end development of a certain marketplace platform, Next.js, TypeScript, JavaScript, Design, effortlessly connect client service providers. Okay. Used React, Hotdog, and Hotdog to architect and scale components. Good why, bad what. Build SEO, optimize. That can be one. HTML size structured with Tailwind or time. So my problem with this is you don't show you really have enough. Also, there should be a space between these. Don't do a slash. Just make a space, please. You can keep the acronym of 3 letters. Ooh, I don't know what's up with my voice. Sorry, y'all. So first sentence is good. I like it. I think I would like to know a little bit more about what you did, but I still like it. My problem is the second bullet point only has 1 keyword, and remember, we want a minimum of 3, a maximum of 6. And then why is it that JavaScript HTML is down here? Like, I would rather you said own the front end development, or rather created a website, right? Using React, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS, and Next.js to connect our, let's say hamburger clients with our service provider. So that should have those right there. You should have almost all of them in the first sentence. And then here you don't need this because that would cancel it out. And then here you could cancel that out. And then I can actually get to the next stuff, which is, well, WebSockets is a hot dog. REST APIs is a hamburger, which is good. So this, bad, this, good. Is OAuth one? No, OAuth is a hot dog. And then this also is a bad business why. And then this only has 1 keyword, which is a hot dog, which is AI, and that's extra credit. So if you look at this, not even counting the immigration stuff, which is definitely going to impact them more than any resume will, to be clear, their resume still needs work. They need to have HTML, CSS in the first line. They need to remove these 3 bullet points because they really only have 5 here once they put that there, and then 1 here and 1 here, and that's not enough. So, is it the worst resume ever? No. Is their problem resume based? Not really. I think this would probably get a 1 in 75, probably, based on the fact that you don't have a degree, a 1 in 75. But the fact that they don't have the work authorization is nothing you do matters if you don't have work authorization. So, but at least they know what to fix so they can apply within their own country. And once they get that authorization for other countries, they can apply with that resume. Next resume. This is a resume of an AI engineer. So what do we need for an AI engineer? We need degree, Python, or other backends, ML, LLMs. In the US, Python is preferred. In the EU, I believe it's Java. But if you have, Java in the US, it's still fine. Just slightly preferred. Cloud, GCP, Azure, AWS, built stuff in production, agentic systems, and multi-agent, agentic coding, Cloud Code, OpenAI, Codex, Cursor, frameworks, LangGraph, LangChain, Google ADK, OpenAI, Agent SKD or SDK. I might have wrote that backwards. Communicate technical details to a non-technical audience, MLOps, AI architecture, and AI orchestration. So 20 seconds to find what we need. This person has a 1 in 50 ratio, which means this is like a C- resume. So I'm expecting this to pass. Although I believe this is outside the US, and outside the US, there are just less jobs. So the ratio is, this would probably be a 1 in 75 if it was in the US. Just because, like, there's just not enough jobs there. There's just not enough. So let's see this. 20 seconds is on the clock. And go. Okay, this doesn't matter. Degree, good. Design and built multi-tiered regular system using Gogin microservice replacement. Good why, bad what. Optimize backend performance under pressure. Go. REST API. Good whys, but Unix domain just calls. This is related to agile. Okay, good. And time. My problem with this is I don't really see what you've done. I'm actually a little shocked this is a 1 in 50. Because it just doesn't show me what I want. I will say the whys are pretty good. This person did do whys pretty well. So I think they did those pretty well as the whys, but I need the what. Like, I just don't see anything. Is there anything further down? No. Yeah, I mean, you know what? I guess Go. So they are going specifically for Go roles, which I will let you know, there's not a lot of Go roles to go around. Oh, that tracks now. This is why this is a 1 in 50. This is a Go-based AI engine. And there are not that many AI engineer roles for Go in general. There's not a lot of Go roles in general. So the reason they're getting a 1 in 50 is because there's just not that many roles. This is probably closer to the equivalent of 1 in 100 or 1 in 25. In a Go role, because of how rare it is to actually have those jobs, you would need an equivalent of probably 1 in 25 to equal a 1 in 50, if not more. Just because there's so little of them. So now I'm understanding why this doesn't work. So I will say, to compliment one thing, is these are good whys, right? Replacing a manual reporting process and cutting report turnaround time for compliance teams from days to hours. Perfect. Love it. I don't actually have any notes on that one. My problem is I only really see Go, Gin, and MySQL. You said you wanted an AI engineer, but I actually don't see any AI. In fact, yeah, there's no AI anywhere here. There's no AI anywhere here. There's no AI here. There's no AI here. Let me even go through. Is there any AI anywhere in this resume? There's no AI here. 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 Cloud native systems. No AI. There's no AI. You said AI. Why is it that if you're looking for an AI role, which I honestly think that industry is tanking right now as we speak, and the collapse will happen next year. But why is it that I have to go all the way down here until I find anything related to AI? I mean, not even just like LangChain and LangGraph for agents. I mean, like literally anything. That is a problem with this. Is that this is an AI resume? Is you need AI? Where AI be? Why down there? You have a lot of achievements and certifications at the bottom, and you have the stuff I want in the skills section, but again, I cannot use it. So you did the hard part. The hard part is the non-technical one, and you got that nailed. I like your non-technicals. My problem is I need the what. You actually just need to keyword stuff it, which I really hate saying, but you got the hard part, which is the how and the why and the where. I now just need the what, because I just don't see it, because I don't see any AI until I get all the way down there. I don't see Python. I don't see Java. I don't see cloud. I don't see that you build stuff in production or agentic systems or multi-agent. I don't see agentic coding until all the way down here. I don't see any frameworks, and I don't see that you can communicate technical details to a non-technical audience or MLOps, AI architecture, or AI orchestration. So this might work as a Go developer, but as a AI engineer, it falls flat on its face because there's just no AI until the very bottom. So I'm going to need you to redo some of this. Fix your formatting. Remember, it should look like this. and then just plug in the keywords that you actually need because you did the hard part. Next resume. This is the second review of a full stack software engineer. They said, compared to the last review, I removed more hot dogs, added more whats, removed repeated keywords, rejected one offer because it was a limited 6-month contract after my 30th app. So they have stated also that they have gotten more success with this, but this is their second iteration, so I'm going to be extra critical on it. But let's see what we can improve. So 20 seconds on the clock. We already know what we need for a full stack. Let's begin. And go. Okay. Pretty good. Entry level details using React TypeScript. Nope. HTML, CSS, GraphQL, mostly a hot dog team. View and manage. Okay, that one's good. Creating automation Docker. Testers forms. Okay. Solid. Time. Okay, so here's what's good and what's bad. Mostly good. I will say this passes. This definitely passes. There's a couple of things we can do to tweak it. Do not put slashes. Do not put these slashes here. You want to put a comma, all right? So this is not a slash. This is with React, TypeScript, comma, JavaScript, comma, HTML, comma, CSS, comma. And then I don't know if we really need GraphQL. GraphQL is extra credit at best, and extra credit should not be in your first bullet point. It should be in the last one. So I don't think we need extra GraphQL there. Agile is good. The Y is great here, allowing the trading operations team to view and manage any investment entities for alternative investment, alternative investment specific purposes. I think you could actually just end it here, right? And manage any investments. Like, right? Operations teams to view and manage any investments. Probably enough. And then we remove GraphQL. Then we go down to here, and my problem is this is also a lot of, again, these are hamburgers, but these are extra credit. To use the hamburger analogy, the extra credit is like pickles and onions and ketchup, in that those are great, but they're not. No one gets a burger for pickles, onions, and ketchup. Not true. I like McDonald's hamburgers with extra onions because I'm weird like that. But anyway, so down here, create an automated subscription service using Java, good. PostgreSQL, good. Docker is, again, extra credit. Docker, extra credit. Kubernetes, extra credit. In a Google Cloud GCP environment, Jerusalem time is good. So remember, while these are good, right, I don't want you to remove them. I think we could probably be better here. And then down here, which is deployed automated daily system tests and CI/CD, good. Integration tests and GitHub, good. Running system tests across RESTful APIs, reusability and stability of alternate trading platform. That one's fine. Your Ys are perfect. I would rather you have this here because I think these are more relevant. And again, the second one is extra credit. So I would put the extra credit one down here, the second bullet point here. And then the only problem I have here is GCP. I would prefer you, instead of Agile, so what I would like you to do is, instead of Agile, which you should have in the second or third bullet point, let me be clear, is I would say build the web page with React, TypeScript, JavaScript, HTML, CSS in a Google Cloud Platform GCP environment to view and manage any investment. And then you replace GraphQL in the second one. So I think GCP should be here. It's really hard to write that on this. So GCP should be in the first one. Your second and third bullet point should switch. GraphQL should be moved to the third bullet point, which will, well, I guess the second, which is now going to be. So overall, it's good. And I'm looking at the other one, and it's good too. Just remember, it's HTML, comma, CSS. So overall, I understand why you're getting successes. This is good. I am just being hypercritical because you just graduated and the new grad market is brutal. So do those and you should have more success. But I think even with this resume, you should still have a lot of. Next resume. This is a software engineer intern. So, what do we need for an intern? We need degree. We need your industry, a basic understanding of your industry. We need to see that you can work together with other people and take direction and criticism. Those are the 4 things that we need for every intern. So a basic knowledge of a software engineering intern would be tech stack, language, library, SQL, cloud, AI, object-oriented programming. So let's see what we've got. 20 seconds on the clock. This person has had some slight success, but let's see. And go. Okay. Slightly off there. Okay. Built Node.js, TypeScript, web Python that roots in IA course that instant solution. Good. Worked with 3 engineers on a extra payment project. Other code changes. Good. On the development of a buy sell command pipeline, resolving SQL team. Good time. So formatting is almost good. There's a 1 extra space here. They wanted to know why their formatting looked a little off, and it's because there's not an additional space here. Because if you notice, there's like 1 there. Well, it's not 2 spaces, it's 1 space. It's just when you use the right font, it does it. Which you should have. So you need to click 1 space here. All right, then you will be able to actually do it. So, and you will be happy. So 1 space there. Everything else is solid. I'm trying to see if there's anything else I can do here. WebHub, AI conversation agent. I think we're mostly good. I think the only thing I would probably change is maybe switch the 2nd and 3rd bullet point around. Because I really want to see a little bit more of the tech stack before I get into the ability to work well with others. So maybe switch these around. Because, and then, again, is Stripe going to be one of those? React would. Gosh, everybody uses Stripe. I use Stripe. Would they actually care for you to put Stripe or React? I'm going to lean towards no. I think they would probably want you to just say React for this rather than Stripe. So worked with 3 engineers on a React payment integration. And then you could put like React parentheses Stripe, but for a live platform. So yeah, I would just switch these 2. Otherwise, it's great. And then again, you need a space there. So I'm pretty short, but like, good resumes look like this. Like, good resumes are just very quick. There's not much you can do. Just remember to be applying within the first 100 applicants. If you're not within the first 100 applicants, then your resume doesn't really matter anyway. So make sure you're doing that. But otherwise, I think this is solid. You just need to switch this one into this one. Just swap them around. And I think you would be solid. So that's it for this video. Thank you all for watching. If you ever need more help, you can join my live stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday at 11 a.m. PST on twitch.tv/headlessheadhunter. And to my members, thank you very much for keeping my channel alive. Y'all are the reason that I can keep this going for free. So for everybody else, so thank you very much for keeping my channel alive. If anybody wants to help support the channel and get access to videos early and see my past live streams, you can join in the link below to become a member. But that is it for this video. I will see you in the next one to help you get ahead of your jobs. Later.